language, and please come by the stand. We are at H12, right in the middle, and we can speak to you in basically several languages, so many people there. So today we'll be talking about ESG. ESG, that stands for environmental, social and governance. ESG is a very hot topic at the moment, and it has been proven by several companies like Deloitte that companies who pay attention to ESG are better able in attracting talent. They're also better able in achieving their goals. And in the end, their shareholder value is a lot higher than people who do not care about it. And with us, we try to help these companies a little bit as well. So what is Percepto? Percepto is the only drone-in-a-box company that delivers an end-to-end platform for inspections. So we do tank inspections, we do a lot of other inspections, and with end-to-end, we mean that we do everything, all the steps in the process that are essential. So we do the data collection, we do the data upload, we do the data sifting and analysis, and the insights. Now, what does that mean? It means that if you have a robot flying around, you do not want to have another manual task, somebody downloading that data from the drone into your platform, another person mapping that data to the right folders, and so on and so on. So that's all done by us. So we're not just a hardware vendor, we are a hard and a software vendor. And the software is essentially more important to us than the hardware. So this means that we do things more efficiently, but more importantly, we do this at the exact same way over and over again. So if you know anything about artificial intelligence and machine learning, then you know that it's garbage in and garbage out. So you need to have this repetitive way of gathering your data and getting it into your system. So the bottom line, if you look at manual storage tank inspections, it still leaves the site at risk. There are risks in terms of unnoticed fugitive emissions. There are also environmental penalties that lay around, safety hazards, and there are integrity issues. So that's what we are solving with our platform. So how does ESG come into this picture? If you look at environmental, there are a lot of fugitive gas emissions, and we can detect them, and we can detect them early. If you look at catastrophes that happen, most chemical plants, their biggest risk is that something happens in the environmental space. It's the biggest nightmare for every PR department. And what we do is we reduce the use of conventional systems like helicopters who use petrol. So we use an electric system reducing the emissions there. If you look at social, we increase employers' workspaces. Oftentimes we can be the first responder. So if there is a hazard, if there is a dangerous situation, we can send in our systems. Our drones will fly there, often automatically, and then we can be the first responder at the site. And governance, we create a systems of record, a layer of information that you that can help you in terms of insurance issues or when the authorities have several questions about it. So we store it for all your compliancy reasons. So this is the how. How do we do it? We have an entire platform, and the purpose is basically threefold. So on the one hand, our software makes sure that our systems fly. So we schedule the missions, we make sure that the drone knows where it can fly and where it cannot fly. That's one. We also do that for third-party solutions, by the way. So we also do that for DJI drones, for instance, and for other fixed pole or handheld sensors. The second purpose of the system is that we store the data and that we put it in the right place. So it's very easy to go back in time. You can just use this slider and you can see how your tank looked like a year ago, a month ago. And the third purpose of the system is that we automate reports. So we send reports with all the information that we have found to our customers. And basically, that's where the business value lies, right? So the reports are an essential part for our customers. So on the hardware side, we are in the most compelling area, robotics. On the software side, we're also in a quite compelling area, artificial intelligence, machine learning. And that's what we combine. Now, what do we do? To give you an idea about what we do several things. We do inspections, we do safety missions, security missions, we do 3D modeling missions, compliance and monitoring. Now, these are several things that, that we see on industrial sites. If you look at tanks, the most important missions are around leakage detection and around gas emissions. So those are two sensors that we use. If you look at leakage, then we will use APIs. The former speaker was talking about APIs and how important they are in a current modern digital landscape. We use them to pick up a trigger from another system. If another pipeline, for instance, if the valve opens, we can pick up that signal and our drone can fly off automatically and look for leakages. Why? Because you want to look at the pipeline while there is something flowing through. So this is our hardware, this is our current system. It's a very ruggedized system. This is not a toy. It weighs about 10 kilograms. We can fly in wind, we can fly in severe conditions. It's a completely autonomous system, so no one needs to monitor it at the site, just a remote operator is needed. Can be anywhere. We use a base station for several tasks. One of them is charging, but the other tasks are, it's a safe shelter for the system. It protects the drone for weather influences, but also for vandalism and other things. And very importantly, we use it to upload the data. So we have strong sensors, and that will be uploaded to the cloud, so you can access it from anywhere. There is a choice in sensors, so you're either flying with a RGB visual camera in combination with a thermal camera, or you can use our OGI camera with a visual camera. So more about the OGI, because we think that's very important. We are the only drone-in-a-box system that can carry an OGI. OGI stands for optical gas imaging. It means that we can see several gases in a certain spectrum using this sensor. These are the so-called VOC gases, and it includes benzene, butane, ethane, methane, and about 20 other gases. It's a very interesting system, and the results that we are getting are magnificent. Without exaggerating, we can find leakages in the first 5 minutes that we fly at a new site. So why is this important? It's important because we need to find leakages quickly. So early detection is important, and this gives you a better ROI. Why is that? Because if we find leakages, you can stop the tanks from leaking, you can prevent the tanks from being emptied without the need, so you can start repairing it. The other most important use case for this audience is spill detection and drain inspections. So we use our AI engine to find anomalies. So what we do is we take a picture, call that the state 0, and then every time we fly around this tank, we can see the differences. So it's an all fully automated process, and the results end up in the report that we will send to you. Now I do want to talk about the case study that we have done in the United States, and I'll do this quickly. The challenge was to inspect assets and to find dangerous areas in this site. They wanted to prevent fugitive emissions, so and they wanted to respond quickly and intelligently because of security matters. Now, the solution was to use our OGI sensor, and we used an AI-powered drone for finding all these emissions. What did we find? We found $15 million because we prevented this customer to empty the entire tank. We also found valve leaks and we found a floating roof leak, all in a matter of minutes. So the customer said that by using Percepto, we've been able to map leaks, spot hotspots on the equipment, locate damage to insulation, and verify levels in tankage. An awesome result. Just wrapping everything up, we have the permission to fly anywhere in the Netherlands in safe and controlled airspace. This is tested against the new EASA rules. We also have it in other regions around the world, so that's very important. This is our company, founded 8 years ago. We operate in all continents, and we've got offices in several places. The European office is situated in the Netherlands, so that's very convenient for the Dutch public. We work with several Fortune 500 companies, and that's us. We are here with several people. Please meet us at H12 and we can talk to you. Thank you so much.